Welcome, everybody. You get Paul, Flip, Susan, and Danielle. This came straight from skating here. 4 minutes. 4 or 5 minutes, not too long. Peaceful. Peaceful on the planet. We got Nas, PJ Scott's here. Welcome, Brother Huma. We got Steph here. My body's still cooling down from working out. Rollerblading. Welcome, Tanya. You got Henrietta. How's your energy out here? All my lads in the UK. My mates. My trolley gang. Stop trying to be cool. That's kind of a rude comment. When you have judgmental friends in your life like that, they show you who they are. Don't choose that kind of friend. Understand they just judge because they're insecure. But you don't let the negative words come to you because that has nothing to do with you. Some people don't know how to be kind because sometimes it's missing from their life. Instead of accepting you and respecting you, they don't know how to. Because their parents didn't teach them. Sometimes our parents are the ones that teach us how to judge others. We don't have to be like them. We can be better. But some people don't. So that's why we out here. No matter how good you are, somebody will come and make some negative comments. But luckily, it's just a very few. I think that's one of the things that scare people from live streaming the most because of negative comments. It's just part of the game. Some people are just rude because they need love in life. Welcome, Erica. We got cosmic bricks here. And actually learning how to deal with people's negativity helps you to be more positive because you can just give up, but don't. Exactly. Pixie says, I believe if people can hate for no reason, I can love for no reason. Yeah. I normally don't check my DMs very much because I'm already live 10 hours a day. But you can also tell me live right now so we can skip the DM part. What's up, Spiritual Pathfinder? I'm here right now. Welcome, Michael, Francis, Aziza. Had any new teas lately? The only thing I don't really drink tea now, but I do drink coffee in the morning and evening. Freshly roasted beans that I grind myself. And whenever the flavor is a lot different when you just ground the beans and then drink it. Holy sh! If you haven't, you're missing out. For real. Go through kick, right? Yeah, because I stream a long time and I need the energy from the coffee to help stay focused for like 6 hours. Tea can only last me about 3 hours. I'm not trying to drink a bunch of tea on stream. So I just drink caffeine at the beginning of each stream and then drink water for the rest of the time. So that I don't end up drinking too much. Yeah. Watching my caffeine intake has improved my sleep drastically and helped me to focus a lot better. Too much caffeine makes your mind loopy as hell. Because eventually you have a caffeine or sugar crash. Yeah. So that's why I just keep my caffeine intake consistent. If you drink too much caffeine, your heart overworks itself, and late at night you start. It's terrible for you because you overwork, especially with energy drinks. That's what it does to you. Yeah. Thank you, Tanya. She says, genuinely thank you wholeheartedly for being so willing to help others with no questions asked. It's my calling, so I'm just grateful I can be here and achieve that. Because imagine trying to help people in the beginning and then people don't take you seriously until you become a better you. And then become a better speaker, a better teacher, a better everything. But when you do it for a while, you get a lot better. And so I'm grateful for self-improvement because it not only helps you, but it helps others too. You know what I mean? Oh, of course. I thought Brother Thanet only drank positivity. And matcha, yeah. Every cup has positivity already. How good is the coffee more than a cup of it? My current caffeine intake is a triple shot in the morning stream and a triple shot in the evening stream. And that's all I drink. Hello, Sister Kata. Namuste. Nadaste. Ooh. Very expressive today. Nadaste. I'm Thai. Hold up, my lighting's a little off. Give me a second here. My bougie. I taped some cardboard to block the light, and the tape came off. I'll fix it later. Thank you, Fisher. Having a great day so far. I've been working out more, detoxing my body, more energized. Yeah. Welcome, Vanessa, Carolina. You got Daniel. You drink water? Yeah. If I don't drink water, my body's sensitive, so if I don't drink water, my lips get dry and my eyes get dry really quickly. And so, if I don't, our bodies, it talks to us, but oftentimes we don't listen, unfortunately. Welcome, Foxy and Old Bearded. So I'm grateful for healing because some people need it the most and that it's available for them, Send some healing energy to Brother Virgil. What's up with you? Internal 426. Yeah, we still. Your head is feeling numb. Are you sleeping good? Your head is feeling numb. Yeah, the bowls are brass. Send some healing energy to internal 426. It says head feeling numb. Is it from medication? Because that's head feeling numb is a new. No medication has been happening for a couple months now. Okay. Let's switch singing bowl for that. Welcome series and carried away. Sister Christy says, in the support group I run for the adult carers, I was faced with a carer who had a similar traumatic event as I did. I thought I would have fallen apart, but I didn't. I felt healed and calm and could advise. Beautiful. Thank you for doing your part, sister. You get to see your strength improve. That's the beautiful part. You get what you want from here. Some people, they want to learn more about leadership. They want to learn more about healing. It's teamwork, right? It's not about me, it's about us. Improving so much that you go help improve other people's lives. your family, your community, your city, your country, so we all do our part. She says, it's teamwork, but you have help when I was at my lowest. Yes. I'm just glad to hear you're helping humanity. That's the light worker. Eventually we will see a lot less people, you know why? Some of us will grow into leading our community, and this can always be a place you come home to. I'm very grateful that our time zones are different because I can do my path and join the lives before it. That's why I just do my part the best that I can. No expectations, but when you do a better job, the results are a lot better. Is this your passion? I would say it's more than my passion. It's my reason to wake up. It's my purpose. But not just necessarily here. Everywhere. Local, online. Just trying to do my part. Some people may criticize me, but they don't judge you by your fruit. They judge you by how you look and your label, but they don't look at the fruits of what you cultivate. Because people only like to read the book cover nowadays. They don't like to read the book. It's hard to really know somebody just by knowing their name. But when people don't have anything better to do, sometimes that's all they do. Just judge and move on. Because that's what the news teaches us. Judge and move on. What made you start doing what you do? Because I wanted to actually be happy and fulfilled with life. I started realizing how I wasn't genuinely happy with my life. And I believe in fulfillment for myself. Everyone's standard for life is different. Some people just are okay with paying bills and feeding mouths. But imagine we can settle higher, not just settle for mediocrity. Thank you, DJ. Says, you have beautiful gift. My sleep has improved so much since I found you on here, on TikTok. Yeah, it's sometimes people don't believe that there's authentic people online, and that's why they judge first. But whenever you help people sleep better, think better, feel better, the community begins to happen. In the world of doom scrolling, I'm just another dude on the screen for people who don't take the time to listen. Christ is king, and then they leave. Or whatever people blurt out. Palestine, Trump, and then they leave. Okay, are we gonna have any conversation, or are you just a walking banner? A walking banner. False prophet, fake guru, and then they leave. Okay. Because a genuine conversation feels uncomfortable for the ego, that's why. Because when you slow down and have a real conversation, the ego feels like this, like, oh shoot, we're really talking now. We're asking each other questions now. Link in the bio. Buy one, get one free. Osho says that thoughts are like seeds and events are like fruits. Do you believe that our thinking really shapes what happens in life? For sure. 1000%. All life comes from perception. Like in this reality, if you couldn't perceive this moment, would it exist? If you couldn't perceive right now, would now even exist? Sometimes we've been taught differently. We've been taught how to think about now rather than just observe. And that's why I'm so grateful for self-realization and figuring things out on your own, because you don't have to wait for somebody to tell you how to think. That's why I love the Buddha's approach to things. Like, don't just believe me because I told you. After your own meditation, reflection, realization, critical analysis, then believe. That's what I love about being spiritual, because you get to reflect on your own, and your things genuinely make sense to you, rather than just believing because we want to join the cult. There's a lot of benefits, right? People won't get pissed off if we just submit to things that don't make sense. You believe? Okay, now you can be. You don't believe? Whoa, 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 whoa! You can't hang out with me because you're different. That don't even. Like, what the? That's ego, divisiveness, the opposite of one love. I want to ask you about something I feel like a burn in my solar plexus. Does this help me? Everything is there to teach you something. I may miss some of your question, by the way. You can ask again too. When you feel burning sensation in your solar plexus, your ego, a lot of times when your ego is hurt, you feel it in your gut. It's blocking your gut, your identity, your purpose. So that's why when somebody yells at you and judge you, you can feel it in your gut and it's like scrunching up. If you just pay attention. But many people don't pay attention. Right? So when people yell at you, they look down on you, they talk crap about you, you feel it in your gut and it's like contracting. So if this can happen, but that has nothing to do with you. Their judgment, you can feel it, but you can also like, that's not my problem. Let go. Yeah, it's fear, which you can feel in your throat, chest, stomach. And sometimes we even clench our bottom when we get really scared for a while. So some people just clench their bottom the whole time because of just... So that's why when you keep your body still and you pay attention to your body, you know when to relax your body instead of just letting that stuckness be there for weeks. And then that, right, you can actually store negative energy in your body. And many people do. They don't pay attention. And then if you hold it long enough, it starts to dysfunction. Your nervous system, you just scrunch up all the time. So unhealthy. Sound healing and breathing and meditation and forgiveness, letting go what doesn't serve you, helps your energy to flow better. Whenever you hate, you judge, you condemn, you look down at people, it blocks all your energy flow instead of healing. Yeah, some people are afraid of the darkness of others because they are not in the habit of cleaning out their own darkness. 100. And afraid to confront with the darkness within. They can run away from others they disagree with, but they cannot run away from themselves. Like today I was rollerblading, and this lady was so in her head she wasn't paying attention. She got startled, and I was like far away from her. She got mad at me for her not paying attention. You're like, with the crazy eye like that. I'm like, whenever we get into a victim consciousness, we don't take responsibility for our happiness by blaming others. And all they're doing is just rollerblading by. But no, sometimes they don't have somebody in their community to help them move from victim consciousness to self-love. Because when you teach people self-love, now it becomes a bit controversial. Is this religious? And sadly, a lot of times there's no support in self-loving movements because it's not so profitable. A lot of it leads back to there's no money involved in things. It's so sad. Yeah, responsibility for your happiness is how you actually become happy. I mean, this everybody already knows. When you come in here, this is old news for us. Let's call it preaching to the choir. But there's a lot of new people in here, so welcome everybody. Do you think people are generally the same, regardless of the country they reside in? Absolutely. We're more alike than different. We have cultural differences for sure, but the humble people are everywhere. They're just not out here saying, we're humble out here. We're actually good people. Good people are everywhere. But the thing that makes up the news are the people fighting, because that's more sensationalism. They're not going to be... In Southwest Houston, there are humble people living in their houses peacefully. No, that's not going to make the damn headline. In Southwest Houston, a man was shot at the grocery store between MLK and West Street. Oh. That's what makes the damn news, the drama. Right. Today in NorCal, people were peaceful. Ain't making the news. People had a great time at the beach this weekend. Yeah. Sometimes some positive thing does make the news. But that's not what it's known for. But when people come here, we have a lot to celebrate. It's my birthday. I quit smoking for 7 months now. I got a new job. My life is happier. Right? It's a constant, authentic news in here. And whenever it's like, when it's challenging, we help each other feel better. Yeah, it's more of a human being thing. Yeah. There's most people are good and decent people, but a few negative people can harm so many, can make the group look bad. Right? It's like, yes, there's some few people that come in here and are very judgmental from many groups, right? But I'm not going to let a few negative one make the whole group look bad, because I realize there's a lot of respectful people from every group. Really. Some people, they yell at you, false prophet, fake guru, repent for your sins now, on the blood of Christ. Like, oh, hello, welcome. And some are just here meditating with us and peaceful, and they're loving, peaceful, respectful Christian people. And right? So I'm not gonna let the few judgmental one. Some people come here with a lot of politic, which is very divisive. I'm trying to unite. So I don't just, Sometimes we can just be with each other without needing to focus on all of that and just focus on why we do get along. That's it. Problem solved. We keep it simple in here because it works. It becomes complicated when we make it that way. How can sound change your mind so completely? It just helps you to be more present because the sound is here and now. Welcome, Sister Grace. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Can you be an OG gangster, low-key, and be a Buddhist? I mean, just be a good person. Anybody can be Buddhist, Christian. Just be a good person. Be happy with who you are. People can say I'm Buddhist and gangster, but then they're not present in the moment. They just add another label. OG gangster, low-key Buddhist. What other label you want? It's about the work that you do, not about your damn label. Imagine life as simple as changing your damn label. I am happy now. Thai Irish Thanet older sister. I'm Thai American sound healer, life liver, air breather Thanet. Yay. How do you deal with constant overthinking? Constantly be more present, but you don't need to be 100%. Just 50 to 60% being mostly present is good. 80% is optimal. So be a practitioner of the moment. If you just remember to breathe throughout your day so that you're not holding your breath while you send your emails, forgot to breathe. Why drink? You be drinking too much coffee sometimes. Because you can actually hold your breath because it's like putting the nitrous in the car. It's not healthy. The car will eventually blow up, but our body is more resilient. So just reduce your caffeine intake. Most people drink too much caffeine because they don't have techniques to focus. Keep your body still. Make sure that the things that you do on your phone don't overstimulate you. A lot of times it's because we're watching gameplay of Valorant or Apex or League of Legends and our brain's like, we're doing too much things that add more, and we need to learn how to slow down our thoughts rather than increase processing power. And then our brain overheats, then stress happens. How do you reduce the overheating? Breathing works. I approve of breathing. Thanet. Breath approved. Please breathe. It's breathing when you need to be breathing, especially when you're under stress because you feel like pressure in your chest or stomach. The way you relieve that is just like 3 deep breaths. Some people, when they feel stress, this happens. They start to shrivel. Inside, you feel that shriveling. And then the eyebrows go like this. And the eyes get crazy. And then your jaw starts to clench on your 3rd Red Bull of the day. And you squeeze your bottom, you got deadline coming, right? I gotta send 30 emails before the clock stops. Then I can go to Wingstop after. And then when you do that for 10, 20, 30 years, how's your mental health? How's your physical health? How's your emotional health? All effed up, man. Kristen says, I literally cried about this last night after my 16-hour shift. I'm over the rat race. Me too. That's why I'm here with you, reminding you. Even Sister Emily changed her job because she got tired of 15 years of the rat race. her hair turning gray. She got more gray hair than me. We the same age. I'm like, girl, you speeding your aging process. Now she has a more peaceful job. A lot less gray hair. Stress, it makes you have the gray hair. Your hair falls out. And then the way you cope with the stress, smoke and drink and eat. Difficult to hear about, right? It's annoying to hear about the things that sometimes we're doing on a day-to-day basis. You don't understand my life, though. Thank you, Tanya. Tanya says, my health is excellent. It's like sometimes we have a dream of all these things that doesn't fulfill us. I'm afraid if I don't join the rat race, I can't find a job to survive, and the thought spirals. You don't have to. The thing is, many people don't realize they can manage their stress in the rat race. It requires us changing our approach. Remember, I used to work at the Cheesecake Factory, a high pace, high stress, but I learned how to turn everything that I did into a zen. Turn your workplace into a temple, which means the way you're at work is more about spiritual discipline, getting things done, but keeping your stress low. Because whenever you improve your intuition and awareness, you know how to deal with different types of people or who not to deal with. Some people, they're on your frequency. Some people understand your frequency. And some people aren't about your frequency. So you just gotta group yourself with the people on your frequency. And eventually, when your group is happy and is authentic, it naturally grows in the company. So as I began to be more positive and loving, I grew a positive movement at work. So all the negative people had to talk and gossip in the corner. And only positive and optimistic talk was happening. And so all the negative people left the company eventually because there was no place for them to be negative and manipulative. Just by it started with me willing to show up with work with a positive attitude and tend to my brothers and sisters, and willing to do a bit more to make the space better, to make the environment more positive and loving. Like I said, I would go out of my way to go wipe somebody's table that was across the restaurant because I had time. I would go pick up somebody's complete table because you know why? It made work a more compassionate place when somebody's willing to lead. I didn't care that other people didn't do the same work that I did. Right? I just knew that me being compassionate at work made the workplace more positive. I would help box people's food up so they didn't have to. And so when I needed help, they naturally wanted to help me without me asking, because I helped them without them asking. And so it made everyone love each other at work. It just started with one person willing to do more than they're asked, go out of their way to do more, which is from the heart, right? Be your good neighbor to your coworker. Be a good neighbor to social media. So this community focus on being a good neighbor, and it doesn't need you to join any religion, but if you're part of a religion, we respect that. It doesn't matter what politics you come from. We're here to chill and respect each other. Doesn't matter if you're in UK or South Africa, we're brother, sister. Thailand or Taiwan, Mongolia or Australia. I mean, Canada or America. One love. What if you come from politics of destroying the planet? When we come from politics, it's impossible to make everyone happy. Impossible. Right? So that's why the thing that's possible is what we do within ourselves. Everyone's going to have their opinion on how to run the world. But what we can actually influence is how we treat ourselves today. When you feel better, you think better, you're naturally going to help others because you feel genuine happiness in your heart. When you're not genuinely happy inside, you're going to go out and do things that are opposite of goodness. Right. Politics, it focuses on my view, your view, the differences. Well, what do we agree on? Right. Rather than we focus on our difference and keep us divided. There's a lot of money to be made from keeping people separated. You have big movements to keep people apart. But movements that unite people, not as popular. But it naturally happens collectively because the collective energy, like when there's a problem and collectively things need to change, it just does. Yeah. At the end of the day, the human experience, there's going to be fighting, yin and yang, right? Because that's human beings. It's hard for human beings to get along. But in here we try. Most people want to get along. When it comes to, world leaders, that's a different thing that I cannot influence. But what we can influence is each other. Right, when we're a global meditating community here, we're making the world a better place because when the consciousness of humanity is more peaceful, so does the world become peaceful. But some people don't believe in that because they believe in war more, which is what we focus on. Right? In my life, I focus on positivity, so my whole life and everyone around me experiences more of that. Some people don't focus on peace and love and meditation, so their life isn't that way. So if we grow a peaceful movement, then people become more positive and people fight a lot less. If there's light workers, there's definitely going to be some evil ones too. What are you going to do to be the good in the world? Complain about the evil people or be the change? Right? Are you going to start a grassroots movement where you're at, or just keep pointing the finger? Evil people at the top, they're doing the war. Just do the If we all did our grassroots movement, the world gets taken care of. Sadly, the pointing fingers, it creates lots of news segment. Today, world leaders are evil. Tell me something new. What are you going to do about it to help your neighbor, your city be more peaceful? You can complain every day about the world leaders. Man, they're always fighting. It's war. But I see that if we all did our grassroots movement in our city, whatever city we're at, get people together for peace and love, it creates more of it rather than waiting. It says, unfortunately, there's too many movements, but a limited amount of energy. Yeah, because a lot of those movements isn't about one love. That's why the energy is limited. It's ego-driven, divisive politics rather than one loving movement that unites and uplifts. Sometimes they just identify as groups of love, but they're not doing it. I see it. They just use the label, peace and love. Why they yell at people? Hell no. You want to spread love, but your energy negative. That's why I don't partake in mainstream things, because a lot of it's about divisiveness rather than unity. It's like unity, but a selective unity. Sheep Boss says, I am now healed from my stomach virus. Thanks for your healing energy. Thank you to the collective energy being here. Shout out to Sheep Boss feeling better from the stomach virus. Or healed. That's why I don't partake in mainstream things. I just observe what's really going on to see what game's being played and how we're being manipulated to stay divided and being controlled. It's like a huge distraction. It's like a tennis match. And we get dizzy, but we're still looking at the tennis match. Like, I don't even want to watch it. Then why the hell are we watching it? It's not even making us feel good. It's lowering our vibration, making us dislike each other. So when people come here, we keep that out of the community, and then people start to sleep better, feel better, think better. And they wonder, what's going on here? Unconditional love. The thing that Jesus taught, the thing that Buddha taught, the thing that all the great mystics taught, the ancestor taught, respect people, be kind to one another. Right? They call it the virtues. And actually practicing them to unite humanity. Thank you, Sister Mira. Nice to see you. She says, enjoy the being active at the park live earlier. Yes, please take care. Yes, please take care of your body, or else the doctor will. In here, we're a spiritual community, and I know that some people wouldn't dare compare Jesus to Buddha, but this is not Christianity, this is spirituality. This is how we can get along with people. You understand that when we're just close-minded towards our own religion, it separates us. We're all children of God, right? Then why do we need to say, well, don't compare if it's all one? We're all one already. Can you respect people even if they don't come from your religion? Or are you better than them because you've been saved by the Holy Spirit? Are you better than me because you come from your religion? Can we all just be children of God? Or am I not good enough because I haven't been saved? Most people just want to be good people to each other. We got to destroy the thing that separates us. Some people don't realize they think they're better because they come from a cult mentality. But there's also great people who are religious too, who understand it's about one love. So thank you to being about one love. I don't let that one person ruin it for the people who look at the fruit. That's what I start to see online every day. Yeah. That more people, it's just the people who are open-minded don't go out of their way to stand up for these values. They just stay quiet. But in here, we openly talk about one love because we need to destroy the thing that keep us separated. Right? If you're a follower of Christ, can you still love that neighbor like a children of God too? Right? Even if they're not part of your politic, can you still respect them as a human being? That's what's missing right now. It's like we just need to get along and respect each other rather than hate each other for our differences. Which took years. It took years to get here. Years. I remember talking this message on Twitch with 50 viewers years ago. But it wasn't it didn't grow because right. It is what it is. But I'm just grateful that the door's always open. It was the beginning. Well, at the beginning, it was less than that. It was a difficult message to talk about sometimes because it's like a value system, right? But now I think people are starting to believe in one love again because we're tired of all the fighting. We just want to get along. Welcome, Ileana and Bill. Would my impact be too small to make any significant change in the community? You gotta start somewhere. Start with yourself first. And continue to improve your skill. It's about improving your skill as, learning how to speak better, how to stay grounded in conversations. A lot of people who get involved in this kind of conversation, they get their emotions involved too much and they start like forcing the conversation and say, you don't understand, like, chill out. You're trying to be about peace, but your energy all over the place. So that's why you gotta be disciplined when you get involved. Like, damn, are we having a conversation or are you just gonna end up dominating me? But when you have your own space, people act differently, right? This is an open public community. It's different when you're the leader and you say some things. Because you had to build it to get here. So there's community around one love, Sometimes I started sound bath and nobody came. When I first started HTX meditation here in Houston, Texas, nobody came one time or two times. But you know who showed up? I showed up. I show up for the one love that I believe in. The ego may have been hurt that no one showed up, but my heart says, if I can't play for myself, then I can't even play for the world. But now we get an average of 50 people. But when the weather's good, it's 100 people. So I get to, whenever no one showed up, I play for my ancestor. I play for the tree, the squirrel, the bugs. I play for Mother Earth, the sun, the wind. Your ancestor always watching, because you're an expression of all your ancestor combined. Oh, this is a sticker. He said, wait a minute, isn't that eye thing on your jug a symbol of bad stuff? Really? Follow Brother Arrow Eyes. Sometimes we look at the bad symbol, but we don't look at Wingstop and realize, shoot, that's bad. Just go stare at Wingstop and say that's bad too, then. Go look at the soda section in a grocery store. That's way worse than a symbol. For real, like, shoot. What's Wingstop? It's a place that sells chicken wings that's everywhere in Texas, at least. Freaking so many. Everywhere. Wait, that's a Wingstop right here? A word? Freaking is everywhere. So unhealthy too. It's addictive. Steroid-filled chicken. We're eating so much. Anyways, let's not talk about Wingstop. We talked about it already. Let's You just got to do your own research. Exactly. Yes, the Buddhist symbol came before the swastika or whatever, right? They just turn it sideways. The four noble truth came before, but then they just turned that symbol sideways, and then they made that symbol negative. It was a symbol for peace for a long time, and it's still used in Buddhism today. But the mainstream consciousness is the mainstream consciousness. You just have to understand how people perceive things and do your best to convey positivity. That's why communicating with each other is so... Taking the time to communicate with each other builds authenticity. Is whenever we don't communicate, we can miss communication, and oftentimes it leads to disharmony because of the lack of communication. So the more we take the time to... Now, there's that being said, when we take the time to engage with each other, you start to see if somebody's manipulative. Are they here to use you? Are they here with strings attached? So the longer time you spend with somebody, they start to reveal who they really are. You can't really know somebody in a day. But if you spend the time to, over time, they reveal who they really are. So that's why when y'all come here on a daily basis, you show me who you are. I get to know you rather than just a screen name, right? We get to know each other. And then we build trust. And then there's people who play the long game, passive aggressiveness and quiet manipulation. That's why we also have to pay attention to sometimes people are willing to play the long game to dominate you. Unfortunately, but the good thing is that those people are very few, but do the most damage. Thank you, Ox5. Thank you for 24 months of Twitch Prime. Thank you. So collectively, if we just all help each other pay attention, hey yo, what the? You tripping? Right, some people, they use the manipulative tactics and all these. Collectively, we smell it from a mile away. Somebody tripping. Y'all smell that? I smell some BS in the community today, but we don't say that out loud. We just go. I think we need a little boogie. Excuse me. More boogie. You don't want any more boogie? Why does that sound so good, actually? for sale. The geisha is a lot harder to play with the nose because it requires more breath pressure. But the nose cannot like be precise, right? It just welcome, Megan. Hello. How many wind instruments do you have? Maybe 60. Just 60. Yeah, I have one in every key, basically. I mean, some keys I don't have because that's, yeah. For like A flat. Or, no, B flat or something like that. A sharp. I don't have any instrument in A sharp. There's a D sharp that Brother Reza from PY and Flute sent me. Because I never thought about buying, okay, I'm going to buy a D sharp minor flute. But it sounds great, you know, like. This is 440 hertz though. Still works good. Oh, this is 432. This one is always on. Thank you, Suga. I found your YouTube channel, and all I've been doing is following the sleeping techniques. I hope you've been finding great result in your sleep, because I use them personally every day. And I freaking sleep so quickly. For real. One in, one out. Okay, sister. You can go. Yeah, thank you for being here. Have a good night's sleep. Yeah, I have a sleeping meditation video for the people who need, because I do deal with a lot of energy every day. So in bed, some days are more heavier, and so I just lay there, one in, one out, one in, one. And I don't do them too much because I get super sleepy if I keep doing bedtime meditation live. I'm like, so from time to time I teach, but there's a video recording already, so you can check that out if you want. Hello, Caroline. Yes, many people finding the community, and I fell asleep to your 8-hour singing bowl video. There's something for everybody, but the live experience is unmatched. So I take the time to create maybe 30 minutes each stream, and then I would combine the 30 minutes to maybe a 3-hour video. And so that's how I make content live. I didn't know so much love existed. Unconditional love is real. That's what this community cultivates. And that's why people are very committed to coming here, because they resonate and actually practice. We like to get along with people. It's a lot more calm during the evening stream. Being here live is like the Wingstop of wellness. How about Pokestop, okay? Wingstop charges you money. Pokestop is free, okay? Try to compare this to Wingstop. Pokestop. Ding, 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 ding. Your body, mind, and energy has been healed. Thank you for coming by. Chancy. Yo, what? Pokemon had me in a chokehold, had to uninstall the app. What app you talking about? Like Pokemon Go? Or Pokemon trading card game? The trading card game? You walk around. Oh yeah, that's Pokemon Go. My wife plays that. I play it sometimes, but not really, because it gets boring after a while. Bing, bloop, bloop. Da-da-da. You caught the Pokemon. Yeah, I grew up with Pokemon cards. I still remember the hype. You know. I grew up with Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and marbles. But then once I got to high school, I mainly just focused on basketball. I played a lot of street basketball after school. Hooping. Let's see here. Yeah, it's just whenever the hobby lasts longer, the price goes up, just like with any hobby that's popular. Like baseball card, all these things, when it lasts a long time, it just... Welcome, Tamara. I was listening to you last night and fell asleep at work on my break. You got a nap at work. I hope you didn't like... I fell asleep for an hour at work. Hey y'all, have y'all seen Tamara? Oh, she fell asleep in the break room. Got up to eat sugar. Yeah, a lot of people listen at work. It's because there's a lot of randomness that's peaceful that happens, and that's kind of like a pleasant dopamine, you know. Also, there's no ads. No ads at all. Kind of a rare phenomenon. Good vibes, no ads, positivity, consistently positive. So grateful for all your blessing. Everything's donation based. That's why it's the way it is. I don't like the word guru, but I like you. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Thank you for being patient enough to see me farther than my label. I know that in the Western world, the word guru doesn't have the greatest. It's just more about there's a narrative, right? But also there's a ton of, there's a lot of good and bad people everywhere. Many pastors not doing the greatest work too, but we don't talk about that. Then, right? There's a more positive approach to minister, to pastor. I don't know about priest though. That's kind of questionable. It's like people's relationship with different words and the narrative control of how people think and feel. It's so who controls how people think? Who decides what word is positive or negative? That's the scary part. Because it could shift any time and we don't control it. But we do control it when we stop letting some algorithm control our consciousness. Which is why when you start talking to the grandmas and grandpa, they got no filter and they be having, right, they don't know how to be PC or, they just speak how they really feel. And we need that. We need that. The super OG. I didn't need a private one-on-one. I like more the word guide. I see you more like a guide, yes. Guide Thanet. Rings a bell, right? Guide Thanet. Thanet the guide. Rings a bell. It's about being effective. Sometimes the things that people initially judge it at first. At least they stop and think. Whenever your name doesn't even make people stop and think, is it that effective? That's okay. I'm not really serious about people pronouncing my name correctly or incorrectly. It's more about the fruits. It's more about the results more than, I don't mind. Like some people just call me Guru, GT, Brother Thanet, BT, that one guy, Cosmic, Mystic, Golf, Unk Thanet. I'm not as concerned about the label. I just want to help people cultivate good fruits in their lives. Thanet. My kids call you the sound guy, the good sound guy. That's cute. There is anything more than words in them. Yeah. Peace and love is the energy that we share with each other is speaks louder than the label, right? When we feel peace and love together consistently. Welcome, Angel. What no song will Guru play next? Find out in next episode of Dragon Ball GT. Who's your savior? Good decisions in life towards peace. Yeah. And happiness. What made you get into sound healing? Because it works. And it's fun and it's interesting. Like maybe you don't know how to meditate, but when you hear this, is there an app that can identify what tones your bowls are? There's many apps that you can. I think most tuner apps like guitar tuners can detect the bowl sounds. Yeah, I stream between 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Time and 11:30 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. So 10 hours, except Saturday and Sunday and sometimes Tuesday, because I do local sound bath and Saturday. It's going to be busy here moving forward, especially on YouTube vertical, because the busy season has arrived. It starts with the Halloween and then the Thanksgiving and all the religious holiday, and it's gonna bring so much energy marketing and sale and scammers and lots. But it's been mostly peaceful because we do a better job of monitoring. Let's see here. Swiss P was asking, are we ever truly going to be free? It depends on how you define freedom. What's freedom to you? Wingstop every day. Is that? Beep Boop Power Ranger says, do you have a good mantra to repeat before sleep to think of God? Personally, I just do thank you. My personal mantra I use a lot, thank you so much. I've been blessed with life. Thank you so much. You just keep repeating that mantra. Thank you so much. Just generate the energy of gratitude and just keep it flowing through your breathing. What about death? Death is the natural part of life. That's called life and death. That's called the future. We can dwell too much on the future that we disconnect from the moment, you know. Yeah, I drink coffee. A triple shot in the morning and a triple shot in the evening. I used to be also scared of death until I meditated on it and made peace with it. It's something that we cannot escape, so why scared of something that's natural? So I face it head on and realize I don't have to be scared of it. I could just accept it. Which does take time, yeah. Easier to stay distracted with video games and entertainment and not try to. But then you quietly live in fear of it, you know. You know, what I do with my life, I help people find peace and love. The act of helping somebody realize peace and love It's what I do on a daily basis. And to me, that's a spiritual thing, spiritual teacher. That's really it. Can you talk about discipline? Is it relating to learning? I think discipline is how you can execute your plan. You can have a plan, but with no discipline, you're not going to have consistency. Right? For example, I stream 3 to 7, 11:30 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. That's my discipline. Whenever I'm on here with you, the goal is peace, love, and being real. Whenever things get negative, we learn from it. We're not here to be positive vibes only, because that's not realistic. Most of the time positive, but sometimes things can get negative, because you can learn from both positivity and negativity if we're patient. And that's what the community is about, learning from life rather than running away from it. Welcome, Nasri. Let's see. Whenever I don't really use my phone before bed, because I end the stream. Sometimes I use my phone, but never in the bed. But I just learned when to put it down, because I got stuff to do the next day that I want to do. I'm trying to wake up for something, my dreams. So when you have a reason to wake up, and then you have a reason to sleep. When you don't have a purpose, you don't really want to wake up, and you don't want to sleep either. What are you willing to wake up for and go to sleep for? What's your dreams? Welcome, Barbara. Nice to see you. Ideally, I should never bring my phone or laptop to bed. Yeah, definitely not the laptop to bed. Use it outside. Like if you have issues with sleeping, you have to up your sleep discipline. But if you're gonna watch content, put the blue light filter on, or night mode, which makes your screen monochrome. Reduce the light. Dress comfortably, and even using cologne or some good smell, because the perfume and all this thing gets you in a good mood. Right? When you do a little extra for your happiness, you feel good about yourself. But when you do nothing, kind of a problem when you don't do anything for your wellness or happiness. Yeah. It's just you have to know when to put down the device. It's just sometimes we consume content that's so addicting we don't know how to put it down. Like watching people play games, it can be so non-stop, right? Because it's very dopamine. So whenever before bed, you don't want to consume things that is gonna wake your brain up again. And also not eating late. Eating late, when you eat late, your body gets more energy right before bed, and you don't sleep as deep because your body's digesting food rather than resting. It's a huge part of quality sleep. A lot of people eat late, right before bed. I think it's supposed to be 4 to 5 hours of empty stomach. You're gonna sleep so good if you can just do that. Most people can't because they're addicted. They build a habit of eating late before bed, which doesn't make which makes their sleep terrible. And then what do you eat before bed? Is it sugar, carbs? How much do you eat? Do you drink soda? So if you don't care enough about your life, then you won't do nothing. What do you mean like that? I see a lot of people do that. When the body is moving, the mind is also moving. When the body is still, when the mind moves, you can still the mind. Sometimes our mind is moving with our body. Now, in the beginning, when you lack discipline, you're going to do whatever you want. Right? It's your life. It's a lot more difficult to stay still. But it's the most beneficial because you get to see what's really going on. Moving around a lot can be distracting and not help you to calm your mind. In my personal opinion, observation, I used to sway and move too. But as I became deeply still, my spiritual discipline kept growing because it's hard to stay still. We'll make reasons to. But eventually, try it. Every time I try to be happy, like really enjoy time in nature, sleeping and resting well, comes like a lot of people bothering me like a movie. Whenever you're working on your peace, the people around you don't change with it. Sometimes you're around noisy people, but you're trying to be calm. So you gotta let go of some friends who don't add to your calm and peace. It's like you're trying to be peaceful, but your friend's always trying to get you to go party and drink. It's kind of. Give me a second, BRB. Hello. Welcome, Mahadev. We got Sound Lab here. We got Emmanuel. Michael's back. Do you think a mantra related to religion would work even if I don't believe in said religion? My parents do, though. I feel like it could help me with heart chakra and being open-minded. It's about intention. Mantras work because imagine that one mantra, the collective energy, is constantly chanting it. Amen, 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 amen. Right? Om Mani Padme Hum. How many people are chanting that mantra globally? So the more people that use that mantra, it adds to it. What do you think is one of the most used mantra? Thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's more about intention. Now the meaning does matter, but the intention behind you can say, I love you. What? I love you. don't believe it. Right? But when it's sincere, when it's coming from a good place, you feel it. Some people like the Lord's Prayer. Some people need more. Right? Some people like a more song. This little light of mine, lean on me when you're not sure. Om mani padme om mani padme om. Om mani padme om. Hare Krishna. So many mantras. Even that, just Gregor. Om. Om mani. It's more about the intention. The sound matters, but not as much. The intention matters more. No, I see it. It's fine. Some people are just excited to be here because they find there's been a lot of new people here because more people are exploring what's out there. I think people are tired of AI slop. And so they're like, what's going on with the live stream? For real, there's so much AI content, it's kind of dizzy because you don't know is this real or not real. Yeah, I don't trust the thing I see online anymore because that can just be Sora too. Once Sora 3 and 4 come out, we're not gonna trust that no more because you can just be manipulated. We human beings, we don't want to be manipulated. We just want a peaceful, engaging, interesting thing. But when we're being manipulated by content, now, oftentimes we're already being manipulated. Sadly. But now it's like so clear in our face that people begin to get fatigued from, wait a minute, this is AI? It looks just like the real thing. Yeah, first it was fake news and then I think that's why people are getting back to the basic of just connecting with human beings genuinely rather than just listen to what the algorithmic narrative machine is trying to steer us towards. And it's usually away from each other rather than uniting people. Pissing us off keeps us fighting forever. Uniting us solves many issues. Solving issue, no drama, no sensationalism. More problems, more drama, more sensationalism. Like, today, these people hurt our people. These people also hurt our people. They hurt your people. You should be angry. Like, what the I'm just trying to live my life. Pay my bills. Like, hang out with my cat and dog. Enjoy time with people. I don't know about all this nowadays. Can I just live my life? You can. And I believe we're getting back to the basic. it's hard to integrate like digital life with human life. That's why social media dominated us for so long. But now I think people are starting to know how to stop. Like, okay, how to like use less of it, because it's making everybody disconnected and broke. Yeah. Or sometimes just disconnected. You make the algorithm work for you, but you don't use it. It uses you. Yeah. Well, you have to learn how to turn some things off. When you feel you're being manipulated by the algorithm, you have to pay attention. I don't want to, like, this is not what I want. Don't recommend, don't recommend, don't recommend, don't. But if you don't do none of that, it just hyper gives you more of it. You just have to know when it's enough. Can you recommend a reputable company to buy bowls? Not really, because I bought mine from random places. I don't buy them for one. There's many great singing bowls everywhere now. It's the truth. Just look for professionally tuned. And I personally would use eBay. Personally. Just look for professionally tuned. But if you don't care about getting the professional tune, you don't have to. Welcome, Santos. Wait. Wait. It's about how you use it too, you know. How do you start doing the inner work? I'm working on healing abandonment. You have to learn to love yourself and not blame others. When people abandon you, it's because the people before them abandoned them. So they're just doing to you what happened to them. So we have to have some compassion. Because when people don't know better, they don't do better. Hurt people, abandon people, abandon people. And so sometimes we blame the person that abandoned us, but what helps us to ease that pain is realize those people have been hurt and abandoned too. And so instead of animosity or negativity towards the group of people or the person, it like reduces the heaviness on one person, and realize if you're going to be angry at the person that abandoned you, then you got to be angry at everyone around them that abandoned them too. But instead, forgiveness, compassion heals the world, heals our own world, our consciousness, our mind. which makes you abandon yourself, which is why self-love is how you heal it, forgiving yourself. And I believe that the best way to heal yourself is to focus on gratitude for the life that you already have. Thank you so much for my life. Thank you so much for the coffee I drank this morning. Thank you for the air that I'm breathing, because I'm ready to turn my life around. Instead of being a victim of the past and abandonment issue, I'm ready to live a life of joy so that my future can be joyful. You can't change the past, but you can change the present. And when you change the present, your future is bright. But you gotta do it for an extended amount of time. Right? Imagine just doing one day of positivity, expecting your future to just change from one day. It's like going to the gym, working out one day, and going on a scale and complaining, I'm still the same weight. You gotta be realistic about this stuff, you know? You have to be consistent and patient and be around the people that is about that life of self-improvement. Misery loves company, so the people who have been abandoned always find each other, which requires us drinking, smoking, and partying because we have baggage that's unhealed, which leads to us being in an environment that doesn't heal either. Thank you, Sister Tanya. Yeah, the misery loves company. So when you're around unhealed people, you're gonna need to smoke a lot and drink, and maybe pop some perks and sip on some Henny. Maybe, it never really sober. And then it's a cool thing to not be sober because no one's healing, so you're just numbing the whole time. No. But we talk about it a lot because it's a huge issue in humanity. People coping with over-the-counter, under-the-counter, through-the-counter, medicine, all these things. But yet no healing. The sacred herb, still not healing, numbing. It's very uncomfortable to talk about because so many people treat sacred plant medicines like a candy bar and then they don't heal, which we talk about often in here. It's like, well, I don't drink, but I smoke. Well, are you happy? Are you genuinely happy is the next question, because sometimes we're not genuinely happy and it's hard to admit that we're not really happy. But if you don't face your own self, then you lie to yourself until you realize the life that you're living is unfulfilled and you're not okay with it. But some people settle for a low quality life and they call that happiness. How's your life going? I'm doing good, but deep inside you're like, eh. And you call it good. My life's good. It's down here. If we're honest, we get to make our life better. When we lie, we say it's a great life while it's subpar, which makes your life extend a mediocrity, and it's uncomfortable to talk about. Because if you're unfulfilled, what's the next step now? You have to do something to change your life. I just want to go to work, come home, smoke a fat one, and buy Wingstop. Well, Kamush, you explained so well, bro. Your explanation gave me hope that the uneducated will be educated. I just do the best that I can to help people, you know. People will criticize the way I help people, but the results speak for itself. The testimonials have been nonstop on a daily basis about people's life improving. Darby, yesterday, your channel has made such a difference during my pregnancy with either anxiety or sleeplessness or even physical pain. Coming here is immediately so soothing. And there's a lot of testimonials I don't record because sometimes there's just so many. You know? Do you offer one-on-one course? Right now? There's no private one-on-one. There's public one-on-one right now. Because imagine instead of teaching one person privately, you openly mentor people and everyone learns. And that's why I keep it that way. I'm so grateful for everybody willing to support the cause, and yeah, it's just more the right thing to do, and I surrender to that, you know. Link in the bio. The only thing we offer is t-shirts, which is in-house made by Sister Jill. She says, in all honesty, I feel like supporting the cause is part of my purpose for sure. Thank you for all your support, sister and brothers. People always get, you know, some people get really irritated by my label, Guru Thanet, that they don't look at the fruits of the community. What's up with you, Sister Grace? You're sick to your stomach. Oh, you mean like dealing with the hospital? Keep the energy positive, sister. All you can do. And you can always use sound healing. Headphones, vibration, breathe, and have a vision of how a healthy life looks. Have a vision of how a healthy life looks is what you need. Because when we have that vision, we got a goal, we got a reason to live. Yeah, work on a vision of a healthy life, sister. I think that's going to help focus on something that heals. You can even write and journal about how a healthy life looks, positivity. How you breathe when you're healthy, how you work out, how you eat, how you think, how you live your life. When you have a vision, you start to feel better because you got some goal now, not just sickness. Before my life transformed to being like this, I had goals and vision on a daily. Because I was like, I'm going to turn my life around. Whatever it takes is what it takes. So you got to be all in, or you're not in at all. How can you help me? I get disturbed very often. Are you talking about being disturbed by your own thoughts that may be dark? The dark thoughts come from a place where we've been hurt and trauma and not healing, which leads to bad mental health, and it does manifest as random negative dark thoughts that aren't random. When we're not healing, the dark thoughts keep repeating, telling us we have to have some sort of way to respond, or else we'll react to negativity, right? When negative things happen that are dark and sometimes demonic that happens in our head, if we respond to them, it keeps coming back. But the more we go, I choose love, light, peace, and gratitude, which may take about months to do every day. Anytime a dark thought comes up, instead of, oh no, not again, you go, love, light, and peace is the life I choose to live. Grateful for this moment. I am free. I am now breathing in and out. And you can have whatever your response plan written in a pocketbook that you. So anytime you have dark and demonic thoughts that haunt you, you have to have a positive prayer or response plan instead of spiral and react towards it, and it shocks you. And you become glitchy from the toxicity of your own thought, right? So I have a response plan, breathe, calm, right? So you have to have a journal a little bit with you, or on your phone. You just got to remember to look at it consistently. If some negative thought is taking over you, have a negative thought plan. If you have panic attacks, then you have to have a response plan to your first step. Breathe 3 times. Take your time to breathe. Trust in your breathing. Negotiate with yourself that you believe in yourself and you choose to be calm. So you have to have some sort of response plan rather than no response plan and freak out. What do you mean demonic thought? Whenever something super traumatic happens in our life that we don't heal from, our mental health is compromised, which is like PTSD from like abusive family member or going through war. And so they manifest as glitchiness and all these things that make us like jolty and really disconnected. okay, which can manifest as really dark things, because that's how our brain is like healing from it, or not healing. It's coping. And so if we never face it and forgive it, which can be very difficult. So that's why journaling help you to journaling is so powerful. So instead of having a giant bottleneck of misery, journaling helps you to reduce the pressure valve. Like every time you write and journal, it releases. And then you have to write what you're ready for. I'm ready to be more positive. I'm ready to let go of toxic thoughts and things that don't serve me. And breathing the light and living the peace and living the love. So there's a lot of ways to relieve the pressure valve, but bottling it up, drinking, smoking, and snorting is not the way, which sadly a lot of people go to. Yeah. And sound healing that's consistent. Positive people, nature, cats and dogs and flowers, and putting your feet on the earth, putting your feet in the river, walking your dog into a beautiful park, and just focus on gratitude. Thank you for that damn butterfly. Thank you for the sky today, rather than be in your room in negative thoughts. You gotta get out. Move your body. Believe in yourself. You can do it. I used to also have really bad mental health. Right? I would see myself getting hit by a car in my head in the past because I was just coming from a dark place. I was like, and I was working on getting rid of them. And what showed me the most results was to stop responding to the negative thought and focus on gratitude and positive affirmation, which completely dissolved any dark thoughts that I had. So it works because I personally practice it myself. But before, I would used to have dark thoughts about my life ending or whatever. But as I focus more on, I'm ready for a positive, loving life. Thank you so much for today. I'm grateful for the gas in my tank. I'm grateful for the car having air conditioning, rather than responding or reacting negatively to the toxic thoughts that don't serve me. That does happen. Right? I feel like even sober people doing this healing can have those dark thoughts. But having a plan to get out of that energy is what the real growth is. Yeah, it works. You can have dark thoughts even if you're sober, because our mind randomly has irrational thoughts that sometimes serve us, that or negative thoughts that some negative thoughts are trying to get us to fix something. And then there's irrational thoughts of like things that don't serve you, dark and negative, that don't serve us. Right? And so you have to have discernment to like, okay, is this thought something that don't serve me, or is this thought trying to get me to take care of my health and body? Right? Maybe you feel pain in your organs, and you have a negative response, and you instead of fixing that, you just focus on negativity. So there's a lot of things that can trigger things. So the more you meditate, the more you journal, the more you reflect, the more you have community of healing people. And so you gotta give it all you got, because you got this life to live. You got your damn life. Make it the best that you can. What about climate change? Hope to cope with war and unfair things. It's hard for people to care about planet Earth if they feel like crap. Why would people care about the planet and improving the environment when their internal environment is effed up? Some people want to save the planet, but they can't even help themselves. How the hell are they gonna save the planet? They can't save themselves. But they'll try though as a distraction. So people will find different ways to help everyone else and save everyone else, but their mental and emotional health is in the gutter. And then those people go around draining people without realizing it because they lack mentor and guide in some communities.
my wife's calling.
Thank you for all your gifting today. I am a donation-based sound healer. Thank you to Sheila, Witchy. What you see is what you get. Thank you to all the moderators being patient today, because the new moon, when you don't have intention in life, you're like a lost soul, a wandering ghost, waiting to choose your intention. This is a good time to plant seed. It means that when you have an idea, follow through on it. If you have no purpose to wake up, you end up just chasing lust and dopamine and arguments online that you don't need to have. Thank you to Mariana for your Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. Welcome, Bria. And here we cultivate a space where people respect each other and agree to disagree if we have a disagreement, so that we can learn to get along. We don't have to fight over things we disagree about. But if you can't respect people, then you might not like being here, because we respect people even if they're different opinion, different religion, different country. We're here to respect each other. But if you disrespect, maybe you don't really want to get along. So we gotta have some boundaries. Welcome, May. สบายดีปะ? You can't sleep? It takes some time to sleep. Follow your breathing, relax your body. Trust that you can fall asleep. Don't eat late at night. Eating late is what makes you not fall asleep usually. And sodas late at night, all that sugar keeps you up. All the stuff people don't want to hear about is what needs to be spoken about, you know what I mean? It's hard to sleep when you just had some Coca-Cola. I guess all the different times. Yeah. Because the food gives you calories, which burns into energy. But if you're trying to sleep, it's kind of hard to when you just had a 20-piece from Wingstop, lemon pepper with ranch, and a Coke an hour ago or two. Why does he have to? Yeah, that's it. Sometimes it's just we need better discipline in the way we live our life so that we can sleep better, eat better, think better, breathe better, and happy better too. And better, yeah. The Wingstop Dharma would never stop at this point. The Wingstop wisdom. Because it's relatable, it makes sense. I'm not trying to just talk about things that don't relate to people. I know I dare not talk about Popeyes. Don't even talk about no Popeyes now. Don't worry, I stop at Wingstop. That's why it's called Wingstop. Okay, I stop at there. Yeah, we don't dare talk about Jollibee. Okay. Oh no, you didn't. Not Raising Cane's and nothing like that. Ugh. You know, I mean, it's good. Very delicious. I love celery sticks. Yeah. Must be nice to have all that free time. Am I really free with time here, or am I using my time to be free? I don't know where it's coming from. I know. Shout out to celery stick. Shout out to celery juice and carrot juice. You feel trapped about what? Mozzarella stick. Yeah, I could do mozzarella. I have a much more problem. I am addicted to what's that? What is that? Coiden? Is this a new phenomenon? Codeine? Oh, the sipping on some zebra, sipping on some zip. Drank up in my cup, man, hold up. Rolling on a window, GameCube, Nintendo, 5% tint, so you can see up in my window. Double cup, right? The double cup thingy. The lean. You know, it's like part of H-Town culture. You know, right now. Shit. Pain Man. It's sad, but yeah, that's what it's sad. It's just not the healthy culture. You gotta change your. If you're sipping on that syrup, you gotta change your friend circle. Change. You in it deep. If you have a constant supply of the syrup, like if you don't really want to change bad enough, it's gonna go down a dark path, man. For real. If you don't change your life, it's gonna get darker and darker if you keep sipping on that syrup. Because that's a lot of chemical that you're putting into your body constantly. How did DJ Screw pass away? He was lean, sipping on the lean. Welcome, Roman. Hello. Right. That's why we're here. It's pain meds with it gets worse. Yeah, I know. They crush the perks and throw it in. I'm like, why do people do this to themselves? That's why we're here. It's just so sad to hear that you can make it worse by putting more stuff in there. Pain meds and the syrup. Sipping on some syrup. And it's like in the music, it's in the culture. You gotta, if you have I don't know if you can be, I'm sure you could be addicted to it, so you're gonna have to find some way to quit, because your life's on the line. Like, I think the best thing to tell people, how much faster you want to shorten your life. How much more do you want to shorten your life expectancy going down that path? Sometimes the real talk that's hard to talk about needs to be spoken of. How much shorter do you want to live? And then look at the side effect. How many people, and then at least come here, right? Welcome, Sister Aura. Nice to see you. I used to take meds and not anymore. It made my panic attacks worse. I'd rather not depend, just be here. Thank you, sister. Nice to see you. It's tough, but that's why having community with positive people helps a lot. But you gotta also replace it with something. Go to the gym. It's a really good place to right. Go to the gym is really good for your mental, emotional health. Yeah, if you can go to the rehab, maybe that's what you need. Maybe go talk to somebody in the rehab center. Talk to somebody that has. What I personally would do is go watch a bunch of YouTube videos on the addiction itself, so that you can get a deeper insight of how bad it is. The more you become educated on the problem and the solution, you become more equipped to change your life. So the more you see the side effect and how your life expectancy is going to be really shortened, and look at all the possibility and solutions, it will give you a lot more hope rather than just, I sip lean. Rehab is your most expensive option, to be honest. Yeah. I don't know about that because I just got God as my rehab. Just being honest, I didn't. Yeah, we got. I got Buddha. I got nature as my rehab. But if you can find more help, great. Self-education is really, there's help out, there's knowledge out there. Yeah. It is sad that it's the most expensive option. In here it's free at least. Like being here. So thank you for everybody helping each other, being authentic to each other, being real, especially online. Sometimes when you're online, it doesn't feel real. But when I'm here with y'all, it feels real. It feels like people really care about each other. And so it's a beautiful thing to be a part of. The authenticity on planet Earth. Just come here often if you need more support. Right? Matthew says, I'm diabetic, so chocolate pop and drink is a no-go for me. Sister Cece says, I think also a big wake-up call for me was seeing people around me, but way worse off. I was close to borderline diabetic when I was pregnant because of high blood pressure, so I changed my whole diet. Together we educate each other and mentor each other through our life experiences. That's how at least we can do our part here. I never sipped that lean, but I seen people and seen the culture and how many people lose their life to sipping on that syrup. And there's a huge culture around the toxicity of it, That chopped and screwed music, that came from that syrup music, right? That DJ Screw, Fat Pat, the UGK, Slim Thug. It's like, it's that there's a lot of culture along the lean life, which is very H-Town. I remember back then I was watching a Lil Wayne music video and he was showing his little vitamin water. It was like, man, that's too dark to be vitamin water. It's like, ooh, he's like, But that was cool, that's culture. And so that's why if we see some culture not healthy, we gotta be the change in the culture. Be a positive thing to each other. Can't wait for culture to change. Right? We just gotta be the trailblazer. How to not fall asleep while streaming so long? Drink coffee. And also sit with discipline. Like for example, every stream I sit cross-legged, back straight, and I stay engaged with you. I read, I do my best to read as many comments as I can and respond appropriately. I thought he was gonna say, I came here to start problems, but it turned out I like it here. I was waiting for something to see if there was gonna be something positive after that. We'll see. Sitting position is energizing without going over. Yeah, exactly. Welcome, Matthew. And also, I make sure to not sit too comfortably. Like when I'm sitting, my leg feels a little pain. Sitting too comfortably makes you sleepy. Sitting slightly uncomfortable helps you to pay attention more. And also, when you sit for a long time, your circulation becomes very bad. So getting your circulation on, like stretching, like I'll stretch my leg out and I'll start. Because blood can pool at the bottom on your feet. So getting your circulation flowing helps you not get so sleepy and so, I guess, low energy. So circulation can be a big issue if you're sitting cross-legged, yeah. Let's be respectful. It's going to be looking at how the condition of what we're doing right now tonight may be interesting. It's just surprisingly more noisy than I'm used to for daytime. Usually daytime is a bit more chill, but not today. You should have a 10-minute break every 2 hours. Yeah. I just sit here. Well, I also work out before I stream, which helps a lot. You know, some people in their near-death experience, they see different things. Jesus, Buddha. Whatever you worship, that's what you see. A black... And I guess what you saw is more vibrational. Oh, that's okay. We gotta be patient with brothers and sisters. People are excited to be here because they Thank you, Kosi. People are excited to be here, and I think they're getting used to, as long as they're not being disrespectful, that's all. We gotta be patient with each other. Some people are more energetic and outgoing, and some people aren't. Welcome, Shin. Peace. Sometimes your peace and your faith gets tested. If your peace and faith is not genuine, at least I've been disrespected, harassed, things stolen. You know, there's this thing called karma. Things happen to you because you also did some things that made it come to you. So that's why we have to be patient, resilient. If you do the wrong thing, the negative already come back. It's still right. You plant mango, you're not gonna get an orange. If you plant negativity, that's what you get. But sometimes we do things because we don't know better. So as we gain wisdom, as we gain more knowledge, as we have a deeper compassion towards ourselves and others, our life becomes better. But sometimes in the past you planted misery, you planted negativity, and it bloomed today. Luckily, you can chop down that tree with love. It requires love to chop down the tree of sadness and negativity. If I truly have faith, will I be absent of fear? No, but you can change. If fear arises, you can choose love, positivity, surrender, let go, acceptance. In the human reality, there's going to be fear and love, but on a spiritual level, all is one love. There's no opposite. It's just unconditional love, the spiritual reality. But on a human level, there's going to be fear, because fear helps you to not cross the damn road when a car's coming by, because you might get run over. Right? So fear is useful, but irrational fear isn't. Some fear is useful, so instead of being owned by your fear, you learn to use the fear rather than the fear using you, worrying all the damn time, worrying about the secret government, worrying about the aliens, worrying about the systematic collapse, worrying about worry. Now you're controlled. Checkmate. And it's hard for people to come back when they just let themselves spiral into worry and misery, which is sad. And so that's why sound healing and healing communities exist. That's why temple and churches and everyone doing their part to be positive. Everyone's doing the best they can to do their part. At least some people is trying. Some people not trying at all. But I'm just grateful we can be part of a group that tries to help people. Rather than judge people for trying to help people, we actually do it. That's why the one thing that I always remember is to be grateful for my life. People can call me fake guru, charlatan, deceiver. But to me, like see one person here, helping people is not easy, and I'm okay with that because I sign up for it. It's easier for people to do a drive-by criticism, but harder to make a difference on the planet. Imagine this: people criticize and judge me so much, I'm kind of used to it. Not big deal. It just, it's rude, but guess what? It's not my problem. I'll get over it. But the reason I address the negative people is that so that y'all learn how to respond to it too. Right? So instead of it happening to you, it will happen to you one day, because sometimes negative things happen. Right? So I just go, oh, that's rude. Not my problem, though. And that's why you just have to keep yourself disciplined, breathe, and center. Because many people ask me how to deal with anxiety. I just show them how I do it. I address a rude comment that could be anxious for me, but instead I just go, oh, another one. Because when you know who you are and you're a good person, people's words don't get to you because you know who you are. But if you let people's words get to you, then you need to know more about who you are and be more confident about yourself. Because if you just let a couple people say some word that trigger you, then how are you going to be how can you be useful if you're easily triggered? But when you become more resilient and solid, then you get to help more people. I just ordered McDonald's on Uber and they forgot the stupid sauce. Hope you got some ketchup. I get it. What's the solution is always the question. Keeping yourself triggered and sad, or eventually get over it. Some people don't want to be happy enough, so we just like to focus on being triggered. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna let $10 ruin my day. It's whatever. $20. Right? I'm not gonna let a couple sauces from McDonald's ruin my day. I'll put some fish sauce on it. Throw some fish sauce on it. Man, I put some sriracha on. I'll put some sriracha on it. No problem. I'll throw some ranch, whatever. Just go in there and make a sauce. This is more Asian take. You know, fish sauce, sriracha, soy sauce. The golden mountain sauce. Don't let a couple packet of sauce ruin your day. The wisdom of the day. But if Wingstop forgot your ranch, call and complain. Just joking, okay? Just joking. Why does it feel like Friday today? What the? It's joking, okay? Joking. But if it happens enough, you can let the establishment know, or else it might end up closing soon. Now no more McDonald's completely. Right. Anyways, thank you so much for your time. Yeah, I get it. No more happy meals. Or only sad meals. It's like, yeah, I guess you would be pissed off if you got a happy meal with no toy. Like, you get home, your kid looking for the dang toy. Where's my Pokemon in there? We got the. I ordered this because my kid wanted Pokemon, and no Pokemon. What the? I want a refund. I'm like, and then the kid learns to be, instead of, that's okay. You still have food, damn it. You can always find a new solution. I think the Dharma of the day, you can either focus on the problem in your damn life, or you can focus on no Happy Meal toy, then go buy your damn kid Happy Meal toy. That's it. They didn't bring your sauce, then you gotta go get the damn sauce. People disrespect you, then you find some new people. You don't take the negative people seriously. You take the positive people. If these people disrespect you, it's time for some new friends. They forgot your damn sauce? You got your own sauce. You are the sauce. Let me clear the energy. I am the sauce. My sauce. I'm the sauce. Wait a minute. Why am I getting loopy now? Breathing in. Please love your damn self. And I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll be back today, 11:30 p.m. Oop, excuse me. And hope you had a good time. I know today was like, what the? I thought it was Friday. I looked Monday. It's not Friday? I'll see y'all soon. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to all the moderators, Lord Victus, Mush. Thank you to all your gifting. Green Gears, Kimberly. Thank you to all the subs on Twitch. Mariana. Thank you, Huma. Thank you, Azarodic. Thank you so much. Alchemy.